Good morning, my beautiful friends. It is another day, and we are here to celebrate it and be awesome together. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and we are here to go through my I Am deck. Now, this deck is just full of positive, wonderful, beautiful affirmations to help us in our day as we just continue to do life. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on that card. You're going to respond, I am the affirmation on that card, and then we're going to go from there. So this works really well because when you hear me say something positive about you, that is one level of understanding. That is a fairly shallow level of understanding. We don't receive compliments all that much in this world, although the people around me tend to receive them a lot more often than is I notice is common in the world around. But it's just one level of understanding to have it that way. The next level of understanding is to actually say it ourselves. And so after I ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, we're going to respond out loud. I am the affirmation on the card. And in doing so, we're going to really hear ourselves say it, and that's a second level of affirmation. Then we're going to write it down. We're going to write it down in the comments, and that way it's a third level of affirmation. We have to take that ephemeral thought, that non-real thing, and turn it into something real by actually writing it down in the physical world. And then we're going to affirm it for each other. So I'm going to pull one right off the top of the card here, or top of the deck here, and say, I am magical. I am magical. This one comes from Brenda Jean. Thank you, Brenda Jean, for the magical one. I even drew a little magic wand. So cool. I actually got two of these in a row that were submitted by the people who watch this show. So thank you guys for doing that. So I am magical. I create as I speak. So are you magical? You are magical. You create as you speak. I'm going to write that down right now in the comments. I am magical. And I'd like for you to write that down in the comments too, so we can just affirm that together. One of my friends likes to say we are magical people, and I very much agree with that. And I create as I speak is no accident that ended up on the card. And I create as I speak is a rough translation of the word abracadabra, which is used by stage magicians all over the place. Actually, believe it or not, have my face on a magic kit, a magic set. In fact, I'm putting out a bounty right now. If anybody has one of the magic sets with my face on it, I will give you $100 for that thing. Find it. It comes from Hawaii. I used to run a fudge store out there, and just one of the marketing things that we did, we had some white label magic sets. We could put anything in front of them, and so there's a picture of me on the front of the magic set in a magic looking get up having some fun. So yeah, I'm looking for one of those. I used to have a couple of them, and then I got rid of them when I left that job because I had some feelings about it. And darn it, I really regret getting rid of that because what a piece of memorabilia. But one of the things that I learned, I mean, obviously, if I'm going to have my face on the front of a magic set, I need to learn some magic tricks. And so I did. I learned how to do the tricks in the set. And one of the biggest things that I learned about magic, about stage magic, is that magic, it's an illusion, and the big move always hides the little move. And so whenever you're watching a stage magician, just check it out. There's a reason that stage magicians are so theatrical. They're not really sawing a woman in half, but the guy's waving the chainsaw around and jumping around on stage, and while he's doing the big move, the girl who's about to be sawn in half is doing the little move. She's just moving 3 inches to the left so that she doesn't get hit by a chainsaw. And that's just how stage magic works. That's how magic works. The little move always hides the big move. And in our magical lives, it is the little stuff which belies the big stuff. It is the small things that we do that create the huge results. It's not the really big stuff. I mean, I remember I used to do just little magic tricks for kids, and every time I had to be sneaky. Every time I had to do something that would make the trick work, I would always just be really theatrical, and I'd wave my hands around, and I would make sure that they were very distracted by the big move. And as I was doing the big move, I would just very, very subtly shift something around so that the trick would actually work. And as we go through our lives, our magical lives, we recognize that it's that exact way. The little stuff that we do creates the big results that we see. And the people around us, to the observer, there's no difference. To the observer, it's just magical. They don't understand how it works, but we know that it's the small things, it's the small changes, it's the small habits that really make the magic work, and they create the magic in our lives. Now, one of the other wonderful things that creates magic in our lives is our interactions with other people. We are living one life, and we have 24 hours in a day, and we can do a certain number of things in that time. And the people around us have had completely different lives, completely different experiences, and things which could take us a long time are effortless for them. And so when we meet the right people, we say the right things, we put ourselves in the right situations, we are able to accelerate our life so quickly that to an outside observer, it just seems like magic. And yet, to us, it seems perfectly ordinary. So, I am magical today. And you are magical too. And I see that there's a whole bunch of folks over there on the comments talking about how magical you are. And yes, indeed, we are magical creatures. So thank you guys so very much for attending the Wake Up Call with Maui Paul. I appreciate you. We were able to reach about 1,000 people last week. And it's just really cool that that this message gets out to that number of folks. So I appreciate it. Also, interestingly enough, even though I don't promote my YouTube channel at all, except on this broadcast, it's actually getting some people viewing it. So I'm pretty happy about that too. It seems like the algorithm is picking up on this ever so slightly, and I'm really happy about that. So I appreciate everybody who goes over there and finds an affirmation that is relevant and pertinent to their lives. And I will talk to you guys later. Aloha from paradise.